spell doom for him. But the last pick right now.
Oh!
Whoa! First time,
Wait.
right?
Melissa?
I didn't know that it was available for
Me
MPL.
neither.
Well, I guess it is. Melissa picked up for the side of ONIC Esports. CW, the Mia. Now it's the Melissa as well. We might see a Layla from this man, honestly.
I mean, at the
Wow.
stage, and right now, Melissa deals a lot of damage, can be quite OP at times, and that's exactly what ONIC Esports need. They need a little bit more of a DPS bursty type of hero, and that's exactly what they're bringing to the table. So when it comes down to it, if you have to ask me in terms of composition, I don't really have to ask you guys either. I think this is all ONIC, guys.
Well, ONIC is set up to actually perform the same way they did in game number 1. So many tools to make plays, so much damage for Bigetron to be aware of. But we're going to go straight into the game.
Let's get straight into game number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the Land of Dawn is ready for this matchup. The fans are ready as well. Bigetron Alpha or ONIC Esports. I want to see it again in the chat. Hashtag BTR win or hashtag go ONIC.
Okay, we're gonna have to see with the composition that ONIC Esports has brought to the table. They do have a bit of a behind mid lane because they are lacking in the ability to, you know, clear the waves as fast as because there is also Rainbow on that Lilia. So we're gonna have to see how this rotations come into play because I feel like that's exactly what ONIC Esports want to do. But wait a minute.
Yeah, Sans almost just steals that orange buff away, but Max with the Retribution will be able to take it away now. So Riza going in onto Keyboy, reverse time will be able to save him as Sans goes in and steals a little bit of the creeps here, but Key is looking for a steal. Will he be able to do it? It's going to be the Jigundo, not pop just yet. Sans picks it up, gets a little bit more gold for himself. And in the top side, Matt's actually losing out on this 1v1. CW able to utilize this Melissa really, really well.
That's a lot of pressure in the lane from that Melissa. This is a hero we haven't seen a lot of for obvious reasons. So now CW will be looking to put a lot of, to make a lot of plays. A lot of pressure is on that Melissa. But as we can see, Samo HT is on the Diggy, not on the Franco.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, it is Samo actually as the mid laner. Diggy mid.
Oof. Diggy mid can have a
Oh
lot
my
of
god,
pressure.
did he just steal that? He did, didn't he?
He did, I think.
Keyboy just stole away the... This is a disaster already in the start of the game, boys.
I mean, if you thought that he was great on the Selena, he's actually proving to be quite a nuisance. But look at this. Key.
Nowhere to go. Cutthroat. First blood picked up, presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series. In the midst again, Boots is right there. Max has just been, he's getting targeted right now.
For sure. I mean, one of the win conditions for a lot of teams is to shut down that jungle. And of course, Max is one of the main playmakers in the early game with that Lancelot pick. Matt will have to wait for a bit longer to scale in. And honestly, ONIC Esports, if they can at least stay even in that mid game, it's gonna be so scary, man. I think the Diggy has potential to be more annoying than the Selena because the crowd control is essentially guaranteed.
Well, again, ONIC Esports, they're the first ones on towards the neutral objective. Let's see what they're able to do right here, right now. So Rizzo goes in for the I'm Offended, going to be able to connect onto Sans, but it is going to be the Retribution popped up. Sans now going for the re-engage onto the backside. No lockdown as Rainbow is forced to pop the black shoes. Boots is right there. Sans picks up the kill, and that is Boots as well. Max now jumping with the Thorn Rose, but no damage for now. That is the Iron Hook coming in to reset the buffs once more. Max moving away to the purple. Sans picks up this orange.
This is hard to watch. I mean, 3 minutes in already, a 2,000 gold lead. And look at the dominance on the map as well. Key, Rainbow, all of these people, these players, they're not able to do anything right now because of how ONIC Esports are playing this. So much pressure from Keyboy. So much pressure from even CW against Beatrix. I mean, Melissa brings a different color, but wait a minute, Keyboy once again lands that Iron Hook onto Max.
Oof. I think the Franco is kind of underrated here. Being able to actually delay the farming pattern and actually, do a lot of delaying by resetting the buff, I think has been critical for the side of ONIC. And right there, you can see, anytime Key goes for a play, anytime Bigetron Alpha goes for a play, Biggie can just cancel that out very reliably.
Yeah, there's going to be the go away as well. For the side of CW, Max jumps in with a Thorn Rose, doesn't have enough for the Phantom execution. And there you go. Keyboy locks him down in place. It is a kill picked up by Matt, but a 1-for-1. That's the mid laner for the jungler.
Yeah, definitely worth it for the side of ONIC Esports. Now almost at 2,000 gold lead. It does seem like Chorizo had a bit of space there, but will instantly be turned back by Boots as he is very quick to come back to his lane. And now it does seem ONIC Esports once again looking for something on the map.
Iron Hook connecting. Sans going in with the steel cables as well. The damage will not be there. Chorizo is very sustainable, but ONIC, they have been able to get every single engage on point. They're 2 steps, maybe even 4 steps ahead of Bigetron Alpha so far.
But without the long-range engage potential that Selena was providing, they do seem to be actually playing a lot slower, but Sans here goes for a risky play.
Oh, he actually misses the cables as Renbo was able to juke him out right there. He did pop the black shoes, and this is going to be the purple buff. Targeted, Iron Hook, not connecting. Max is 2 levels behind of Sans, who's actually not bringing the Fighter Emblem, guys. Look at his talent. It's the Demon Slayer on Fanny.
Yeah. I mean, that's characteristic towards him, right? He wants to play the efficient game. He wants to deal and be able to farm faster for the side of ONIC Esports, and that's just something that we've come to be known for Sans. And if you guys noticed, even when something was happening, but CW was actually able to outplay Bigetron in a 2v1 situation versus Matt as well as Key. Like, how is that possible?
Oh, I mean, it is a new look, right? We haven't seen Melissa being played too often. And now for the side of ONIC, another play being made.
Key going for the Dragon, but it's going to be him taken down. Renbo pops the black shoes. Keyboy not going to be traded. Sans in a 2v1 in the mid lane. Let's see what he's able to do. It's just the recalls. Styling on his opponents, playing with their mental. And obviously right now, it is time for the Garuda Splash. Ladies and gentlemen, the refreshment right here. Get 50% discount with the MPL Season 9 ticket as well. Scan the barcode right now for Sinopolis Cinemas.
100%. I mean, now ONIC Esports sitting at a almost 3,000 gold lead. All the objectives are in their pocket. Bigetron Alpha has yet to even land anything on the board, and time again we see the dominance being placed on to Bigetron Alpha.
Oh, there you go. Sans going in. Renbo gets obliterated. Matt now in the top side. He has to run away from Sans, but the damage is just so much. Matt still able to kite away, and Sans gets out with the steel cables. Matt now with Nibiru's Passion will be able to clear out the waves, but Max, look, 2 levels behind. Keyboy goes for the Iron Hook Key.
Ooh.
Very well played to save his gold laner.
Yep, body blocking to make sure the Iron Hook does not connect. Keyboy, as always, even on a Selena, on a Franco, doesn't matter. Going for all the aggressive plays, and so far, hasn't been punished for it just yet. 0 deaths.
Oh my god, again, Keyboy is able to just do so much in this map, even though he isn't getting the buff. Sans now going for the... Oh my god! He just... Oh my goodness gracious, Sans! What was that?
So many cables.
I don't understand.
He's styling on their opponents at this point.
I don't understand what's happening on screen right now. I mean, ONIC Esports, Bigetron Alpha, they just got out-drafted from the get-go. And ONIC Esports, they're just playing what their composition was made to do. The pickoffs prevent Max from farming at all, being able to be such a nuisance, have so much CC, prevent any CC from happening to them. And it's just hard to see because Bigetron Alpha, even if... Oh, but wait a minute.
Yeah, reverse time. That's going to be suppression as well. The Iron Hook connects and CW picks up the kill. Look at the damage. Max goes in for the Phantom Execution. Will be able to get Samo, but look at the damage from Sans. He picks him up. He's looking for more. He recalls on the enemy as Chorizo will not be able to do anything. Keyboy, not on the Selena, but also on the Franco, is lethal 100%. Connecting so far.
I mean, essentially, it's basically the same type of game, right? The same thing that you can transfer from the Selena as well onto the Franco. You know, when it comes to Keyboy, as long as he has to do something that, you know, hits from far away, it definitely will hit. And that's something that is quite insane to see. I mean, what is the success percentage on this guy?
Oh, Chorizo is actually going to be able to outplay Sans. Gets out. But Chorizo as well. That is a very good trade for the side of Bigetron Alpha, but Key needs to be careful. Pops the shampoo. Phantom Execution as well from Max to get to the minions. Bigetron, they're starting to get desperate. 5k gold later, Rashi.
Yep, and honestly, slowly but surely, Samurai is starting to do a lot of damage with the traps on the Diggy. That will be a huge problem now because Bigetron Alpha, they also get, they lose out on the intel gameplay as well, and now yet another engage.
Yeah, Rainbow gets popped. It's going to be Purify actually popped away as Sans goes in for the steel cables. Will be punished here as he needs to be really careful. Even though ONIC Esports are the ones with the 4k gold lead, it seems like Bigetron Alpha are actually able to withstand the damage, withstand the engages pretty well.
Well, right now they're able to do so by sticking S5, but while they're doing that, you can see that Sans slowly but surely is getting a bigger and bigger lead on Max, right? Whenever Max is forced to be around just in case something happens, that is where Sans can just keep farming, and when the time is right, he will come at his own time, right? Like a hero, he just arrives when, just to save the day if everything goes south. So ONIC right now has a lot more flexibility in what they can do. Bigetron Alpha, they need to try and make something happen.
We'll see. One of the positive things of using the fan is the ability to bait a lot of resources. And maybe that's exactly what Sans is trying to do, but right now he has to be careful.
Oh, the snipes from downtown. Matt picks up the shutdown as that reverse time popped up. Key still able to buy some time right now. Maneuvers himself out of there. CW now, caught in the bad situation, will be able to flicker out of there. That's going to be the eyes on you. Popped in to deal a little bit more damage onto Renbo. So Rizzo is waiting in the bush, goes in, but Iron Hook once more connects onto Renbo. Instant connection from Boots as Keyboy will be on the chopping block for now. Max jumps in, picks up 1 kill. Samo is next, but Boots is waiting in there with a knockout strike. Going to be able to dash away, but it's going to be Sorizo coming with I'm Offended, bringing Boots back, but the damage will not be enough. He goes in for one more knockout strike as he flickers outside. The snipes, will he get it? He misses, but it is away the dragon connecting onto Sans. Not much more in terms of follow-up. CW on that top side doing work.
Yep, power's already falling down on the top side, and ONIC Esports, again, is just using this lead so well and getting more and more objectives. Sans itemizing an Antique Cuirass early on, making sure that he actually has a lot more physical defense to try and initiate those turret dives. So Samurai HD with the NOD as well will ensure that Sorizo slowly but surely will be able to be picked off by ONIC Esports. So far, their itemization is on point, and I think the mid game all the way until the 17-minute mark will be, just gonna get even more aggressive for ONIC Esports.
For sure, that's exactly what we're going to be expecting here because both teams, they kind of need to finish it as soon as possible. We don't want to see the Beatrix scaling, but we also don't want to see CW scaling, but it looks like ONIC Esports, they're looking for an engage, but misses. So, very interesting. It seems like Bigetron Alpha, they wanted to set up for the Lord. They wanted to bait out ONIC Esports, and ONIC Esports understanding that they do have a slight edge on the side of Bigetron Alpha. They were able to kind of pressure Bigetron Alpha out of that, but we're just going to have to see. I mean, ONIC Esports still looking for some sort of engage here.
That was amazing by Key, but it's going to be Max actually turn around to, oh my god, a damage. Almost able to one-shot him as Redbow is caught in the reverse time, pops in and Black shoots to run away. He's actually going to be able to juke all the steel cables, but in the end, Sans comes in with a cutthroat, gets the pick off, and that's another. Max gets taken down. ONIC now with the front. It is going to be Lord. Oh my god, Key, Iron Hook again onto Sorizo. ONIC have done it. A 3-0. This is dominance.
6-6 was game number 1. Now it is 4-13. So if we thought game number 1 was really one-sided, ONIC Esports with their composition, they're being so aggressive, just really not allowing Bigetron Alpha to breathe whatsoever. But look at that!
Oh, Keyboy! Save CW with a clutch Iron Hook. This team is a menace to MPL ID. Max jumps in, but CW outplays him with a go away. Sans instantly with the cables. What in the world is that? I'm offended, brings him back, but he gets out for a little bit before getting shut down by the turret. Now the turret will be the target. ONIC Esports, 4 members strong. CW with eyes on you goes in for the end. A 2-0 for ONIC.
Wow. Wow. Guys, I honestly have no words for this. This was oppression from the side of ONIC Esports. I don't think there's any lighter or nicer way to put this, but Bigetron Alpha, they were dismantled. Wow. Arashi, please.
I always mention that crowd control is the answer. I love seeing a lot of crowd control on a team. ONIC just seems to take that to another level. They know exactly what fights they need, what fights they want. what kind of control they have. And with that kind of knowledge, if you have the crowd control to dictate when the fights happen, this is what happens, dude. Whenever ONIC has the advantage, whenever Bigetron isn't ready, that is where the fights begin. Whenever Bigetron wants to make something happen, ONIC is just ready to counter-engage on it. My god, what a show of dominance, all the way from the mechanical skill on